People ask me all the time, what is the use of this stuff? Why are we learning this? Who cares about algebra? How is it useful? Well, to be honest, we use algebra all the time in real life, and we often can use equations to model real life situations. And I'm going to be telling us a little bit about that today. But first, we need some definitions. So, in one variable equations that we've been working with, a lot of times we can talk about the values using three words. The first is the total. And as its name implies, the total is the number found by adding up all the other values. Okay, so total is kind of like what we end up with. Now there's something in algebra often called a rate. And a formal definition for that would be like the number that represents a repeating value within a problem-solving situation. So a lot of time in these real-life situations, we're going to have rates. And then lastly, we'll have the start. It's an original value before change takes place. So I have here a formula for us to use. It's pretty handy. So we're going to have total is equal to the rate times the variable plus the start. Since rate is something that repeats, we can multiply that rate by a variable to come up with a total of something repeating. When we add in where we started, then we get the total. So how about an example? And in these types of examples, a lot of time we can work with money. Money should be something we're interested in. So let's say I have a leaf raking business. It's fall and I'm going to rake some leaves. So here are the details of my business. I charge $10 for someone to hire me. That's a flat fee that if I'm going to start working for them, they give me that money up front. Then I charge $5 per hour of work. So every hour that I work, I make $5. And then there was one day where I made a total of $25 raking leaves for my neighbor. Okay, so let's look at this question then. How long did I work for? Well, we have this up here, the formula that we can use. Let's figure out my total. Well, if I charge 10 at the start and I make $5 per hour, my total is probably the $25 that I made after working. Okay? My rate. Well, the rate is the repeating value. I charge $5 per hour. If you see the word per, that's usually referring to a rate. So my rate is $5. And start, well, I charge that flat fee of $10 for someone to hire me. So $10 is the start. So then I just have this formula here that I can use. The total is equal to the rate, $5, times a variable. And since it's $5 per hour, let's use the variable h, plus the start, $10. Now this just becomes a matter of solving the equation. See, I want to undo addition and subtraction, so why don't I subtract 10 from both sides? That leaves me with 15 here is equal to 5 times h. And then I can divide both sides by 5. Those 5's cancel out. 15 divided by 5, 3 equals h. So I must have worked for 3 hours on that day. You can also do the reverse. I can say maybe if I have the start of 10 and I have the rate of 5, how much would I make if I worked 5 hours or 7 hours or 9 hours? And then I can see how that is going to reflect on the total. We use real life equations all the time, and I'm going to give you another one to work with as an assignment on Google Classroom. But just remember this formula: total equals rate times variable plus start. Rate times variable plus start. All right, that's all for now. Until next time.